been kept locked up by the temple leaders to make it difficult for anyone to leave the country from the body of the founder of the People's Temple, Jim Jones. His sons, who were simply going to sleep. Some died alone, separated by families until the end. Babies were fed the lethal potion with It's believed each lived about 5 minutes after swallowing a mixture of cyanide .
Good evening. Here's what's happening. We're interrupting our special broadcasting to bring you this special report.
Yesterday afternoon, 5 Americans were shot down by other Americans on the airstrip at Port Kaituma, Guyana. One of the dead, Representative Leo Ryan of California. They'd gone to investigate a cult called the People's Temple, headed by a man known as the Reverend Jim Jones, and they were killed by members of that cult. Appalling as that was, it did not prepare us for what was to follow.
What you're about to see almost defies description, and some of you may not want to watch it.
"910 died in the poison ritual of the People's Temple."
The word on everybody's lips was shades of Auschwitz.
They found tremendous quantities of potassium cyanide poison mixed with Kool-Aid.
The bodies seemed awful and orderly, not flung about like corpses after a battle, but neat, hand in hand sometimes, arms about each other's shoulders.
Jones' victims were our brothers and sisters. What was it that caused them to leave their Christian churches and join Jones?
Why in the world did so many people agree to kill themselves?
You have never met a man like Jim Jones before.
I am here, the Spirit of Christ, to set you free, to deliver you from your captivity.
Jim was really captivating. He had this way of really reaching into your emotions.
The community that he had developed in People's Temple was what I had been looking for all along.
It was full of life. It was a message of equality for all people.
You're going all over the country, taking the message of God and carrying it out to the masses.
I am creator of the People's Temple mission, and I will have my way, or I will tear hell out of everything you've built.
The more power he got, the darker the story got.
What my father was doing was building a little kingdom for himself.
Your whole life, it was all based around the church.
There was a consequence to any infraction.
You punk, you damn gangland punk!
We were going to be hunted down and killed if we ever left.
There is something seriously wrong here.
You cannot stamp me out! I'm here to stay!
The leader has lost his mind.
People are being held here against their will.
You bring those kids back here!
This dark side.
Let's just be done with it. Let's be done with the agony of it.
Will expand and expand.
Hurry, my children, hurry.
Until finally it explodes in the Guyanese jungle. He loves Guyana because it's socialist. It's mostly minority, because it's the only country in South America where the national language is English. He ultimately works out a deal with the Guyanese government and sends a crew out to start building Johnstown.
So it started in 74. I think there were like 7 guys that went down there. All of them had some heavy equipment experience.
We cleared a lot of land and we built a lot of structures in a very short time. It was hard work.
The clump of trees in the center of the clearing is a 5-acre pig pasture.
They are trying to build a village that would be able to hold about 500 people, to live there, to work there, to feed them from the crops and so forth.
I would like to say at this time that all of this was made possible by our leader, Father Jones.
You understand what I'm saying? I killed him. He had no business coming. I told him not to come.
And as soon as the word gets out, the Army's going to be parachuting in. They're going to come for us. They're going to kill us all. They're going to get our kids. We can't let that happen. We need to commit revolutionary suicide.
We can't go back. They won't leave us alone. They're now going back to tell more lies, which means more congressmen. And there's no way we can survive.
As they are in the pavilion getting ready to commit suicide, as the vats of cyanide-laced flavor aid are brought out, they are instructed to give the drink to the children first. Because of course, once the children have been poisoned, how can any adult live after having watched their own children die?
Hurry, my children, hurry. All right, they does not fall into the hands of the enemy. Hurry, my children.
They have syringes, and they're going to squirt this stuff in the babies' mouths.
No more pain now. No more pain. No more pain.